Hi, hey guys, AniCrunch here. We're back with Hannibal, season 1, episode 2. Good start to the series. So, two very likeable characters. Likeable is probably a bit of a push for Hannibal because he's a cannibal. But no, I actually really like the two main characters. I think they're both fascinating. They both got their own mindsets. I think the main character is unique in the prospect of being able to empathise with the killers and see what they're doing and how their thought process is, which could lead to like him getting, as he did that episode, too deep and then having to kill someone. So he got he got pushed too far into it when that girl warned him not to do that to him. As you can tell, his mental state is probably going to deteriorate throughout the show. It's going to be interesting to see. We did get quite a lot of comments last week, and I do appreciate all of it. So thank you guys for the comments. But yeah, we clarified that he was the copycat killer. But I like the idea of him being the copycat killer in that episode instead of being the actual killer. What I find interesting for him being the copycat is the fact that it was mainly for him to study, his own study of the main character's mental health, and see how he would react, which is a bit messed up. And the fact the main character saw through that is just insane. But yeah, no, the first comment I got deleted. I don't know who deleted it. I didn't delete it. But Minikit, before I forget, I answer your question. Hannibal was cancelled early. There was supposed to be 7 seasons, and there's still a chance it got picked up, but the entire cast and crew were on board. We just need someone to pick it up. However, saying that they knew there was a chance of cancellation for season 3 and ended up is absolutely amazing as both seasons. That's good to know that a lot of shows will get cut short. Don't tend to always get great endings, or it's very rushed. So that is also good. Meg put, you're so right. Hannibal was implied to be the copycat killer. Garrett Jacob was the person who killed the 8 girls. You can tell by the murders we'll carry out. Where Will says Hannibal killed that girl in a way that mocked her compared to how Hannibal was killing, as he loved them. As Hannibal said as well, now how he could help Will see his face that was meant by the killer in her. Okay, that's interesting. Clears up. Yep, that clears up. So put, yes, you're right, Hannibal was the copycat killer. At least that's how it's understood. We know that the father was the cannibal for the first 8 and the first 8 girls, and I thought it was Hannibal when we first learned that he's the killer. Killer was a cannibal. I like that they tricked us a bit. I appreciate the tricksters. They fooled me there. They got me. I thought it was going to be Hannibal, but I'm glad they did that. I think it's a lot more interesting. And I love how he called up the other killer, they're coming. I look forward to rewatching the show. I can't remember anything, at least not from the first seasons, only like the main plot points. That's always one thing I love about reactions, is that you just get like sort of quick snippets and reminders of what happens in a show. Hannah seems very interested in learning about Will and how he thinks. At least that's got a lot about Will's process. I do find that absolutely interesting. The actors are very good as well. I'm very excited for the Hannibal reactions. The title of the episode tends to also be culinary related. Season 1 is a French cooking, season 2 is Japanese, season 3 is Italian. Okay, thank you, Wrath of the God. No, but overall, I think a very solid start. I look forward to see where these actors are very good, so I'm very looking forward to see how they're going to portray these characters. And yeah, I thought it was very creepy. Like the gore didn't bother me so much, but the creepiness of it, like the thought of him like carving up a girl to take out a lung and then eat it while she's still alive is messed up. Like, that's what messes you up when you think about that, not the actual gore on screen, which I always find quite fascinating. That's all the psychological side of it. And look forward to see what else we're going to do in this season. But guys, leave a like, subscribe if you do. Check out your excellent cut. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, explains the antlers. That one's got blood on it.
Could be a permanent installation. Does anybody see the clue? There isn't one. He wrote a letter. Left a phone number. No address. That's it. Bad bookkeeping and dumb luck.
That's a sick transition. I appreciate a good transition. Yeah, that's the. I say the golden get me, does.
Stop those his story is going to inspire.
That's such a weird knock-on effect, isn't it?
Got one admirer.
I fantasized about scenarios where my actions may have allowed a different fate for Abigail Hobbs.
Got a good actor. He's one of
Jack
caused
thinks
it.
Abigail Hobbs helped her dad kill those girls.
How does that make you feel?
How does it make you feel?
I find it vulgar.
Imagine that accusation.
And entirely possible.
It's not what happened.
Jack will ask him when she wakes up. Oh, he'll have one of us ask her.
Is this therapy or a support group?
Imagine like your dad doing all that and then you get accused of being a cannibal
Whatever
as
you
well.
need it to be.
Open.
What is that?
A parachute?
I bet it's marijuana.
Mushrooms? Like they got tubes to water them or something.
No, it's a marijuana plant.
Ah! Ah, that's grim. That's so strange.
Shots to drop Hobbs.
Zeller wanted to give you the bullets he pulled out of Hobbs in an acrylic case, but
That's interesting that he's trying to
I told
improve
him
his
that
accuracy,
because
so
it
it's
was
only
funny.
one bullet.
Probably not.
Probably
I
not
suggested
repeat.
one of the Jack sent me down here to find out what you know about gardening.
Oh, for the mushrooms. That's so great, man. They didn't even drop with the props. Oh, that's minging. They look like things off Last of Us. Clickers. Ooh, why is the makeup so good in the show? Oh, that's grim.
Okay, we got 9
My daddy
bodies,
can just stomach
various
this.
stages-
They were buried alive with the intention of keeping them that way
Oh,
for a little while.
long enough for the
buried like that. Ah,
Which clearly wasn't a priority, because he isn't lazy.
mate, he went through a lot of effort. That's the, again, it's the psychological thing of them being buried alive like that before they do. Oh, that's so creepy. It's just the thought things get you.
Yeah, tell Sandra to
Oh,
give me a
hello
call,
there.
will you? Thank you.
That's how she. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Would it be an imposition
Just trying to get the
ask
scoop.
if you think-
Oh, he's not going to show us what happened, is he? Oh no. There's such a clever feature in the show. I actually really like it. It was so creepy. Oh, goddamn.
This is my design.
What a freak show of a design. That's thrown off his concentration. Wait, what?
Don't touch him!
There's no way he's still alive. What?
Out in the field.
What?
Hobbs
He was the newest one, weren't he?
An associate.
is my victim.
What do you consider him?
Mate, he's such a cool. I don't know, I like his actor. He's got a cool character design.
Is it harder imagining the thrill somebody else feels killing, now that you've done it yourself?
Oh, that's a good point. Ooh, I didn't really think of it like that. Ah.
Have a good evening, Will.
How's... Oh, what?
Miss Kimball,
Yes.
good evening. Please come in.
This woman's everywhere. Jesus Christ. She knows how to get her scoops.
Off.
I'm very supportive of bake-offs. It's important you find someone you're comfortable with.
I can imagine you as my
There's a deeper
therapist.
meaning behind that.
He's good.
I'd rather not take it from you. Thank you.
What a fucking boss.
Come, sit by me.
He's so fascinating. Mate, he's an absolute boss. What the fuck? That's so
Terribly
calm.
rude, Miss Lowndes. Loin, served with a Cumberland sauce of red
What's the
fruit.
episode called?
Loin.
Amuse-Bouche.
What kind?
Don't need to like try and make one of the meals in the
I
show.
don't get many opportunities
I'm
to
still going to get a corpse though. Sorry,
home
guys.
cook meals. My wife and I both work.
Oh god, me cooking's tragic as well. I'm
As
so
hard
bad
as I
at
tried
cooking.
Not to.
Mother didn't cook.
She did. She did. I only
I just wouldn't want to eat at his house because you just don't know.
Oriental noodles.
Mystery meat menu.
Bouillon cubes and spam. was very thin as a youngster.
Next time.
It's weird when you think about how much trust you put into someone with your food. No, I don't want to see him again.
Why are they soaked? A highly concentrated mixture of hard-growing mushrooms and other fungi.
It was not the mushrooms, though. They all died of kidney failure.
Dextrose and all the catheters. He probably used some kind of
That's mad to
dialysis
think
or
it's not the
peristalsis
mushrooms
to
that
put
killed
fluids
them.
after the
That's
circulatory
really
system
fucking
broke
weird.
down.
Force feeding.
Did you know they were diabetics?
We don't know. They're diabetics.
No, they're all diabetics. He induces a coma and puts them in the ground.
How is he inducing diabetic comas?
Changes their medication, so he's a doctor or a pharmacist or he
Fuck.
works somewhere in medical.
This guy is like, fuck
There's
me.
them.
Big
The machine will
brain.
Keep them alive long enough for the circulatory systems to soak it up.
So he can feed the mushrooms. We dug up his mushroom garden.
Yeah, he's gonna want to grow a new one.
That's fucking hell. What a smart motherfucker. He's so smart, but it's not like it's not. I like what I like about characters like that is when I don't like smart characters where they just make them smart or like answers fall into their laps. I like it when you can see where like that whole conversation flowed nicely to get to the point he got to. Like even we could have got to that point if like any sort of medicine background. So what I like is that we got to see how he got there. It's not just something where like it just conveniently falls into his lap or something,
And that's your correct address?
Oh, that was terrifying. They think, that's what they have all the information like that. Oh god. This sort of just gives you an idea of what people can do, just a little bit of information about you.
James.
Who is it?
She's definitely going to put the chain on before she answers the door. Oh, okay. Oh, zip tie's normal?
Without permission,
Escorted by a detective.
under false pretense.
It is as good as permission.
You lied to a
Oh, she's going to know what she's
You can't
doing.
arrest me for lying.
Yeah, she's not. She wouldn't be in this career if she didn't know anything how to get out of this. Nice with the potato heels off to stop the noise. Man's focusing. Don't know if he should be woken up though. Jesus, I am so hungry. It was a coffee. That's a really satisfying shot. That's just really unnecessarily satisfying. That shot was not needed, but I appreciate that they put the effort in for it. It's like a cloudy mind. That's what the shot represents.
Guarantee you it pays better. Right now, future you is thanking me.
Ah! Oh, it's the guy!
I read your article. Tell me about Will Graham.
Oh, man's already been caught, hasn't he? So at this point, it doesn't need to be. He doesn't need to hide. He was that quick. It's so intense, mate.
Where is she?
It's got like a thriller vibe to it. Mate, hospitals are so big as well. It's like trying to track someone down and then going the right way. Oh, nice. Hey, well, that shooting paid off. Got his gun as well.
A boat engine is a machine, a predictable problem. Easy to solve. You fail, there's a paddle. Where was your paddle with Hobbs?
You're supposed to be my paddle.
I am. It wasn't the
Who'd have thought? I never expected like Hannibal to be the therapist. I don't know if that's actually usually the story or just what they do.
Killing him.
Mate, I'm really liking this show. I got like 2 banger episodes after each other. I enjoyed that one. It's got great atmosphere. There's sort of got the thriller element to it, which is quite nice. The psychological stuff is awesome. and it's quite well written in the sense, like I was discussing earlier, about like how he's coming to conclusions. Like you can see how he's got to those conclusions. So it's strongly written. 2 episodes in, like I say, like the first episode obviously was the better episode so far, but the second episode was just really good to get to know more about Will. Sort of how news outlets can affect things, giving a good enough reason for the killer to get away. I like how they're not prolonging the case as well. It's not to the point where it's like, oh, they should have really ambushed him. It's like they got to that therapist pretty quickly and they was getting ready to arrest him, but if it went for the article, he got away, which I like. That's more like a really, really like a good way to prolong a case. Yeah, just sort of the mental aspects are awesome. Like I like the idea it's Hannibal who's the therapist. I think that's like such a cool idea. And like he did, and like I like how it was like when she was recording, he called her out like straight away because it was so fucking obvious. But it's like it's nice to know that they would call her out like that. And then like Jack, even though he could be like the idiot commander, I don't think he's still a commander of the not commander, but he's still in charge of like the FBI. So obviously he knows what he's doing. So doing that with him going up to that girl, he knows exactly what he's doing. It's like he chose to threaten her because it would have been such a long court process doing all that, and she could have kept still writing her articles. Whereas doing that with a sort of blackmail where you can forget about it, it gives her, which pretty much says you got to stop writing, and they don't have to go for a long court case. So I think that was quite clever. Probably might have some consequences for that later. At the dinner scenes, because the dinner scenes are so intense because he keeps doing the camera zooms. You're just like, is he eating human? Who knows? The fungus stuff was all very creepy. I like how it's got different type of killers. So it's not like it's going to be cannibals and stuff like that. That's pretty neat. So it's going to I'm going to guess it's sort of an episodic first start, but it's doing episodic. You say episodic's my weakest genre, but it's doing a good job with it, mainly because we have the connection between Hannibal, Will. I quite like Will's 2 friends as well. The Asian girl, I don't know her name, and then you have the. Let me see if it's got it under cast actually, so it should do. Is it Bloom? Yeah, Bloom and Kate's. They seem pretty cool. I just quite like them. It's interesting female characters. And then Will and Hannibal definitely superb. And I actually quite like Jack as a character. He's got his goals and he's got some freaky stuff. Freddie, I'm not too sure what to think of her, but overall, very, very solid episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Leave a like, subscribe, and peace.